Hey guys, Poulin here from Party Time DJ Services, and today I'm going to talk to you about my powered sub, the LS720P. Now I've had this sub for almost 2 years now, but just had never made a video on it, so here we are today, and we're going to talk a little bit about Yorkville's LS720P, also known as the NX720S. The difference between the LS version, which is in the Elite line, and the NX version, which is the NX line, is basically that the LS version is carpet covered, which is what we have here, while the NX version has a painted on black ultrathane coating, which adds about £2 and about $100 to the price. So depending if you prefer that finish or just the standard carpet, I went with the carpet personally because I find that it looks a lot nicer for longer, while the plastic or painted on coatings tend to scratch more easily, so that's why I went with this one. The LS720P is a 720 watt powered sub made by Yorkville Sound here in Canada. Very, very good sounding subwoofer. I actually traded in the LS700P, which I had owned for a few years, to get this guy just because I preferred its sound quality. The 700P is a bandpass box, and although it gets a little bit louder than the 720P, I found that it was a little bit too peaky for me, and you could really tell during certain songs that some of the notes would be a lot louder than other notes, and that's something you get with the bandpass box design. So we'll have a quick look at the back here, see what we find. So you have your LS720P level, which you adjust depending on the tops you're using and their output, so you adjust it to get a nice balanced sound overall. You have a high frequency roll off. Again, that's to match with your tops. It performs part of a crossover's function, but not quite all of it. It basically just it lets you set how high the subwoofer goes in frequency. Then you have a boost frequency. This is a nice little feature. If you want it as deep as possible and as full as possible, you can set it to 45. Or if you want a bit more output or a bit more headroom in your sound, turn it all the way to 90, and it doesn't go as low, but it gets a little bit louder. So that 90 is probably the frequency I'd recommend if you're doing live sound with an uncompressed kick drum, where you want as much output as possible, and 90 Hz is a good frequency to be boosted for kick drum. And another feature that you won't find on many subs is actually this sub gives you you can select between line and speaker level, and this is actually really convenient if you're a guy who's using passive gear, like you've got 2 speakers on sticks with powered by an amplifier, and you just want more bass in your sound. You can add this powered sub to your passive system very easily. You can just send a 1/4 inch from one of your speakers to the input here, set it to speaker level, and adjust to taste, basically. Most DJs who are using all powered, or like myself, will be sticking with line because your line level is coming from your mixer. But if you're using passive speakers, it's great to be able to add a sub to your system quite easily, and very few subs actually let you choose between line and speaker level. So that's one good thing. Connections are done via 1/4 inch or XLR. So you have the A and B XLR inputs. You can use one, you can use 2. I usually just send either a left or a right channel from my mixer to the sub. And you have, if you're using 2 subs, you can use one or the other. Same thing if you're using just one. And then you have the through outs. Now this is good if you're using a set of tops and you want to go through your sub first. Not that it really matters all that much, because unfortunately the LS720P doesn't have high-pass outputs, which would be convenient, as high-pass outputs would actually send a filtered signal up to your tops and would let your tops breathe easier by only sending them, mids and highs or whatever set frequency it's at. Usually would be at 100 Hz or so. But unfortunately these Yorkville subs do not have the high-pass outs, they're just through out, so whatever you're sending from your mixer to the sub is what's going to be going to your tops, unfortunately. Yorkville's newer subs, the YX18SP and YX10SP, do have high-pass outs. It would be nice if they would incorporate it into their higher-end offerings, but I guess they figure that people are going to be using the 720p with the NX55P or NX750P tops, which have 100 Hz high-pass filters. But anyway, it would be a nice addition to have the high-pass outs. Other than that, great sub. Sounds very good. I found that, like with many powered subs, or many subs in the first place, placement is very, very important. I usually try to corner load or wall load this guy just to give me an extra few deep decibels of output, and it really does make a difference. So try corner loading or wall loading if you're not getting enough output. And don't worry about the limit light. You can have the limit light blinking almost continuously. Well, not solid yellow, but just blinking on every hit or kick hit or bass hit is no problem. That's what it's designed for. But the flip light, you don't want to see this light up. If ever you see this light up, turn down your levels right away because you're sending excessive signal to the 720p. So there you go. Yorkville LS720P, great powered sub, retails for $9.85 here in Canada, and comes with Yorkville's famous 2-year, even if you break it, warranty. I've had it for 2 years, almost, and not a single problem. Doesn't get hot either. That's one thing that Yorkville powered subs and tops are known for, is their reliability, and the fact that they almost don't produce any heat. So they have excellent heat dissipation, or they actually don't produce much heat in the first place. But the design is excellent and very reliable. So highly recommended, Yorkville LS720P or NX720S. Have a great day.